So we're honoured to have Hikaru Nakamura with us today, and at the moment things are going swimmingly on 5 points out of 5, and a very interesting game today which Hikaru is going to take us through. So yeah, I mean, your first thoughts about the game, Hikaru?
I'm happy with the result. I actually am rather unhappy with my play from about like move 20 onwards, more or less. But nevertheless, a win is a win. So I'm quite pleased with the result. Yeah.
Sure. And I mean, if we just look at the opening, I mean, we were discussing this opening earlier on, and it was a very interesting choice. I mean, this E4 B5 move is quite rare, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, until this year, but you know, the way theory goes, the moment someone good plays an opening, everyone seems to notice. So, you know, it's been played quite a few times. I actually played it in Dubai in the World Blitz and Rapid as well. I had a very entertaining and very crazy game with Shakhriyar Mamedyarov, where, I mean, actually it was kind of similar today, where I think I got pawns like A2 and B2 on like move 15, I think it was, and this game I kind of got C3 and B3, so 7th versus 6th. But
it's a completely crazy position.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, okay. I mean, obviously, like I said, you know, there was a game. Who was it against? Eduard was black against someone. I forget who.
I think
oh, it's Hammer, right? Of course. Yeah, right. Yeah.
It was. I think it was this position where. I sort of remember an old game of back rows where he did a similar idea, where it's kind of give up the exchange very early, and you kind of, well, where's the conversation sort of mainly lie with you?
Right, I mean, there is a variation in the Slav, but normally white has like a bishop on f4 and a pawn on e3. I mean, that's the most common exchange stack that people know of. Like, you know, I don't remember the line, but yeah, white has a bishop on like f4, g5, and a pawn on e3. I mean, there's the famous game, Aronian McShane. But so, I mean, it's from the Slav, there's the well-known sack. But this one, it seems okay, at least. I kind of was hoping to surprise my opponent. I mean, I did play it in Dubai, like I said, but nevertheless, I think that my opponent was not quite ready for it, certainly.
It seemed like good
based on his time, based on the time usage,
He's normally very well prepared to Adhiban.
Exactly, yeah.
So it seems like a brilliant opening choice.
Yeah.
Well, actually, shall I give you the mouse?
Sure, yeah.
Through the main points
so
of the game, so.
Okay, so yeah, so knight e2. I mean, the game Hammer Eduard, I think it was bishop e2 and knight f6 and knight f3, knight e4 castles, I think queen d5, bishop e3, and knight c6. And I mean, black's just completely fine, no worries whatsoever. So,
is there free a really silly way to defend this pawn, or is there some?
I think who's the guy on board there? Guerrero or someone? I think he played f3 against Salgado. I think in like a Spanish game not so long ago. So it has been played as well. But there are some ideas for black.
Sure. Okay.
So. Yeah, so knight e2, yeah, I looked at other moves, f3, bishop e2, knight f3, and I was surprised because, I mean, Adhiban played knight e2 pretty quickly, used a few minutes and played it, and suddenly wasn't.
So, of course, as soon as we get Hikaru Nakamura here, which I'm sure everyone wants to see, everything goes down. So, perfect timing. That's what they call Sod's Law in England, but we are back with the action here. So, Hikaru, over to you again.
Right, so yeah, so I think, I mean, in this position, Adhiban went wrong with b3. I mean, I felt that after knight c3, bishop b4, bishop e2, knight f6 castles, something like this. I mean, it's probably about equal, I would say, but I mean, white certainly is in no danger, and I think, I mean, if anyone has chances, it's going to be white because of the extra exchange. So I was kind of happy to see b3, even though, I mean, I don't know what's going on. So knight c6. And now knight c3, which I think after knight c3, I think it's just losing, objectively. I mean, the critical line, and this is kind of what I mean, I didn't really know what was happening, was if white takes, knight b4, c3, knight c2, king e2, knight takes d4, king e3. I mean, either black's winning or white's winning, and I wasn't really sure.
It's a nice sensible position.
Yeah. So, yes. Well, I mean, it's like, because here, I mean, there's so many different moves. For example, I think, I mean, I can maybe just play bishop c5, king e4, knight f6, king d3, and maybe I just castle or something. But I mean, still, after white goes like king d2, it's very messy. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I have bishop b4 here or something. But I'm really quite unsure about this position. I mean, it looks great for black, but I mean, it is a whole rook.
Sure.
I mean, I think the problem here is I don't have pawns in the center. I mean, I have pieces in the center, but I have no pawns, so I don't really have control of a lot of squares in the center. That's why I wasn't sure about this in general. I mean, this is just one line. I think I was probably going to go knight h6 here, and I mean, it's a little bit wacky, I guess, king e4 and like knight g4, but still bishop e3, and it's another position that's very, very strange. Like, I don't know, f5, king d3, maybe bishop b4 again or something.
Wow.
But
incredibly complex. So
yeah, I mean, but I don't know. Maybe white. I don't know. Knight d5. I can take on c4. Yeah, I mean, I saw this, but I was very unsure. Like, you know, for example, here, if white does like knight b5, like if I take, white can just go king c2.
Right.
And like suddenly I have no attack at all. I mean, the king's completely safe on c2.
Yeah.
So I mean, I wasn't sure what was happening. Well, like I said, but. I was kind of just going to have to go with it because there are no other options really. So I mean, either I'm fine or I'm just in a lot of trouble, you know. So
is it fair to say your calculation abilities are pretty astonishing, as we've seen here? And do you think one of the main differences between maybe 2600 grandmasters and maybe 2800 grandmasters is that ability to calculate a little bit more? Or?
Probably, but my calculation failed me at a very critical moment in the game. So I'm not. Okay. So I'm not perfect, certainly. Yeah. So I mean, this whole thing, obviously, the computer will. I have a bad feeling the computer is going to say something like it's just equal, like 0.00 somehow, like there was some silly repetition. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, okay. Adhiban went knight c3. Now I think it's close to losing objectively because I mean, this whole line is forced. I mean, this d5 line takes. Takes c7. Yeah, now I think king d7 is a very, very bad blunder. I think after king d7 it's probably winning, but it requires a lot of technique. Whereas I think after knight e7 it's close to winning just because bishop b5, king f8, king e2, b2, rook d1, and now like g5. And you know, I think we both missed this during the game. I thought after rook d8, king e7, bishop d3, white was completely fine. So like if I go back or something, I don't know, white can go like king d1, king c2, or something along these lines. But I think we both just completely forgot about this move c2, and I mean, so this is winning. And like if white goes bishop d3 here, I have a feeling that just bishop b7, king g7, knight d5, and rook c8. I mean, white's not in time to attack the pawn on c3, so I think this is just an easy win.
Simple way of playing.
Yeah, because after king d7, I made this. I mean, this becomes very messy. This whole endgame now. So b2.
Wondering briefly just about bishop d5 here.
Bishop d5, but then I think white can go bishop b5, king c7, bishop a4.
This way around. Okay.
Yeah, now it's just going to be a draw.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about it.
Yeah, so I have to go for this, but I mean, it gets very, very tricky now because of this rook b8 idea. And I also forgot about this one. I thought I was just like winning right away in this line too, and I forgot about this rook b3, rook b8 maneuver. And now it's hard. I mean, I think here I made a bad blunder. I think after g5, objectively, it should be a draw. I'll explain why in a second. But for example, I think here I should have gone bishop c6, king e2, king e7, rook c1, and now bishop e8. And after, say, rook c7, just king f8 should be winning. Because let's say g4, 5, h4, h6, f4. I mean, if I take, I mean, takes, for example, white gets this trick. But like here, I think if I just go knight e7, I mean, this probably should just be winning. Probably for very similar to the game, actually, because now, like, say white takes, I have the same idea, king g7 and knight g6. And I'll pick up the pawns, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it feels like, I mean, at any rate, there's, or wait, no, sorry, in this one, it doesn't hang. Wait a second. No, sorry, here I go knight g6, my mistake. The rook's on b8, so I don't know this bishop b5 check. So maybe something like this, but, I mean, yeah, at any rate, I think this was right, because after g5, I think it should be a draw. King e2, king e7 now. Okay, h4 is a losing move, but like if white goes rook c1, I think this is very close to a draw because king f6, rook e8, rook c8, king f3. I don't know, say bishop f5, g4, bishop g6, and now just rook e8. And problem is I can never untangle here. Basically, I mean I can go f6, but I drop e6, and
very strange position again.
Yeah.
Very peculiar. So yeah,
but I mean, I have a feeling that this.
Yeah.
Ah, wait, but here maybe I have h5. Because I have this. Actually, I didn't see this during the game. I have this cute little trick, and I go rook h2 and bishop h7 or something, or okay, even knight f6. But somehow, like here, I'm not so convinced. Okay, I think f3 is correct. Bishop f5 looks correct. Maybe rook e8 is the right order here. Rook e8 first. It's very tricky. I don't know. h5. I'm not 100% sure here. I mean, but
yeah. It's
maybe.
close, very close to winning, I guess, this variation.
No, it might still be winning because I think unlike something like king e3, now I can go f6. Because I'm able to gain a tempo in this line because I go king f7.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go e5, bishop g6, and king g7.
Right.
And I think rook e8, e5, and same kind of thing. I'm going bishop g6, f7, and but I don't know. I mean, still though, it's still very tricky. Like if white just I don't know plays. Let's see what's a good waiting move like king d2. It's still not trivial at all. So I mean, this is kind of what should have happened, but Adhiban was low on time, and now I blundered with h4, and here I didn't. Here I actually found the right idea to go back to bishop e8, and this was actually the critical moment because I spent not on this move when I went king d6. I spent a lot of time calculating this line because I thought this was winning, but to rook f7, king e5. The problem is I think this endgame is just a draw. Rook f6, or wait, no, sorry, it's just king e5. Some move here. Wait, no. I'm going insane. 1 second. What was the line? F6. Or maybe I am going insane. No, the line was rook g8. Sorry, this is the move, not king e5. Rook g8. But the problem is in this line. Okay, like if white goes here, just rook g2, and this should be winning. But the problem here is that I thought this was just a nice idea to win. But I think the problem is this endgame is a draw. I think takes f3 takes king takes. Takes and rook h6, and I think this is just a draw. Okay. It's very tricky. I mean, because this was my original idea. I thought this rook g8 was a great idea, and it's just winning on the spot, kind of. But I mean, because like for example, if rook b6, I mean another line just king c5. But yeah, this I think this endgame is drawn after g4 takes and f3. Because it's just rook b7, king e4. It's just a complete draw.
It's very hard for black to make progress in this.
Yeah, it's just an easy draw.
Okay.
Right. So yeah. So I mean, luckily I found this knight e7 move. And now I think it's just a matter of untangling, really, because I'm just going to go knight c6 next move if I get the opportunity. So rook d8, king e5. Of course, white can't take because of bishop b5. And okay, rook b7, king f6, and now. Last chance. I mean, if white goes rook b8, there's again bishop b5 because the rook on d8 hangs. So, yeah, rook d8, and yeah, basically once I get bishop a4, I mean the rest is pretty easy. Yeah. So
yeah, sure.
Seemed to work out, but
it's okay. An interesting game anyway. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm
not so happy. I felt like in the first 4 rounds I played close to perfect chess, and today I definitely did not. But it was still good enough, luckily.
Still 5. So
right. Yeah.
Do you mind if we have a quick look at the board 2 game just to get your opinion?
Sure. Yeah.
On this position. So, okay. So this is. Potential opponents for Hikaru, and let's just bring up this ending we were wondering about, which.
Whoa! How did this get to 3 versus 3? I'm confused.
Well, we had this position here where white has just taken it, a5, rook b2, here, rook a2. And I think we were suggesting rook a7 actually as just a way to play. But
yeah, doesn't rook a7 just win right away?
Look quite strong. Just try to move.
No, I think rook a7 just wins on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, rook b4 is a very strange move because now.
Maybe these young Chinese don't know their endgame technique. Possibly. Rook b4.
I mean, it might still be winning. There's a good chance it's still winning, but I mean.
Right.
I'm not so sure. So king e6. This is the game, right? King b5, king e7, rook f4.
And this is the current position we have now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's still winning, but.
Yeah. Because at some point, I guess white, the general thing, white is rook for this, but can the white king ever get near these?
No, but like here, I mean, I don't know. I mean, rook b2 probably.
Yeah.
It's very maybe it's not enough because if you go king c4, I want to go rook b7 and king e6, and this should be a draw, I would think, because I mean, I don't think you can save both pawns on the king side.
Right.
Maybe not though. I mean, it's still tricky.
So it's kind of
Yeah, I mean, okay.
very good chance to see.
Okay, I mean, only black can win, of course.
Yeah, of
so,
course.
yeah.
So, quick question. Would you prefer to play good old Topalov or the new kid in town, Wei Yi? Or both of them, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's still a long tournament, so anything can happen. But, yeah, okay, obviously Wei Yi's a very talented new kid on the block, so certainly it'd be interesting to play him. I mean, I think for me, I'd much rather play Topalov, because, I mean, I lost him 3 times in September and October, and I think in every single game I had pretty good position, so certainly I'd much prefer to play him, because I want to get some revenge. Yeah.
And you played in Gibraltar before. How many years ago was the last time you played?
I think it was 2008. I think that's when I won. But I mean, okay, it's been so many years that it's hard to remember clearly. But at any rate, it's good to be back, and I'm enjoying it. I think in all the past years I was here, I had a pretty good time. So having the chance to be here again after so many years is certainly, it feels like coming home in a way.
Good stuff. And I actually saw on Twitter maybe that did you pass up the opportunity to play at Tarsus Steel to come here, or was that a rumour? Or
well, I wasn't officially invited, but let's just say I had agreed to play here quite a few months ago. So I think most people knew that I was going to play here over Tata.
And as well as the chess in Gibraltar, what other things do you enjoy?
In Gibraltar?
You've seen the monkeys, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen much this year, of course. It's, I mean, in the past years there was always like a rest day, so there was some extra time, whereas now it's just, you know, what's saying, no tournament for old men or something like that. I mean, you just have to keep going every single day. But still, I've been into the city a couple of times, so it's just a nice place, and the weather, of course, is preferable, very preferable to certain other places in the world where there's a tournament.
Like England, for example. Yeah.
I wasn't really referring to England, but yeah.
Other places. Obviously, there's a lot of English guys here, which I think I love.